Okay, here is the cake part out of the oven. Now I just have to take the wax paper off. Please be careful, because not only is the cake hot, but you had to grease the pan and wax paper it. So whatever you grease the pan with is on the back of the wax paper, and it's extremely hot. Carefully peel the paper back, and if it doesn't all come off in one piece, it's no big deal. Peel it back off of the edges like that. Ow, it's very hot. Like I said, you want to do this immediately after you get it out of the oven. Why? Because Great Grandma said so. And you just peel it back. Here, let me back up so you can actually see what I'm doing. I like to take it off of the edges first, so I don't tear up as much cake. If you do peel off a bunch of cake with your paper, not a big deal. Once you get your paper off, you trim up any rough edges. And then you peel it off. Comes off pretty easy, other than being hot. Now, by rough edges, they mean like if you tear a huge chunk. That's a little chunk, so it can stay. But if your edges are jagged, just cut it with a knife, pair of scissors, whatever. If you've got kitchen scissors, just cut it, trim it straight. Or if your edges are harder than you would like, crispier, trim it off like you would bread crust. Now, for the fun part, we get to roll. Now, depending on if you want a long roll or a short roll, that's where you start your rolling. If you want a shorter, thicker jelly roll, start with the small end and roll that way. If you need a longer one with more pieces, like I'm going to do, start with this edge and roll that way. But you roll it up in your towel, like so. Fold it up. Here, let me set this down because I need both hands. Hopefully you can see what I'm doing and I don't knock the camera over. Okay, see, you take it and you roll it. Hot, very hot, very, very hot. Once you've got that rolled, whew, you take it and you put it on a wire rack. Mine is right here, so I'm just going to slip it over. And you set it on a wire rack. See, there's my rack. Until it's completely cool. This one is almost ready for the Jell-O. Oh, the Jell-O. Okay. I made my Jell-O yesterday, the day before. One of them. So it is ready to go. What I'm going to do, I'm going to put that. I've got them rinsed, ready for the dishwasher. Love dishwashers. Now, this one is my daughter Karen's. So y'all get to see me do hers. Okay. Once your cake is cool, you want to unroll it. Like so. It's easier to do with two hands, but I'm trying to do this step by step. And if it tears, it's not a problem. It will just roll right back up. It all eats. Okay, that sounded bad. The cake doesn't eat. It all tastes wonderful. See, no big deal. We'll put pudding in there, not a problem. Also, if your cake sticks, like so, to the towel, that's not a problem either. If you want it to be pretty, if it just has to be beautiful, what you do is you make a glaze with powdered sugar and water. And you drizzle the glaze over the top of the roll. Now here is my pudding that I made. Let me find a spoon. Come on. I don't want to be here all night. There we go. I'll get back so you can actually see it. Since it's been setting up in the fridge, I'm going to give it a good stir. Well, as much as I can do one-handed. Okay. Now, ooh, I need a scoop. Man. Okay. You want to use about a cup. I'm making several, so I made plenty of pudding. But you want to use about a cup, or if you went by the pudding recipe, use about half of the pudding. You use too much pudding, all it does is squish out the ends and make a huge big mess. So you get it on there and you spread it. You don't want to spread it too close to the end or it will squish out onto the towel. See, we get the pudding down in there, get some pudding down in there. When it rolls up, it'll be just fine. Grandkids will love it. Yeah, let's see if I can't get it up in the. See, if you when you can use two hands, this is so much simpler. Okay, just a touch more up in there, so I can spread that a little better. Okay. Whoop. Okay. Now. Oh, fun. Fun, fun. That's my sink. Sorry. Okay, now, since we have it spread, we get to roll it all up. Bear with me. I'm going to set it down again. And this surface is not as wobbly as that table. So, and then you just roll it up. Now see how mine's coming apart like that? It's pulling the top off of the cake. Number one, I let it get too cool. Okay, yeah, I'm going to have to drizzle this one with some just sugar water glaze, the powdered sugar and water, because it cracked all the way through. But you know what? The great thing about grandkids, they don't care, because Mimi made it and it tastes good. Okay, now we've got daughter Karen's roll. Ah, perfect. They're gonna love it. Okay, now I got both hands nasty. Bear with me. Whew. Yuck. Okay. Then, once it's in a roll, like so, and see that part? Yeah, you put that glaze on there, you can barely see it. It adds sugar, kids love it. And your sweet tooth loves it. And voila, you're done. So have fun, enjoy, Even the mistakes taste good.